Yeah, I definitely need to make that intro less loud, longer, and it's not such an abrupt ending. All right, we are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk to you, and we're here to talk to these lovely people, Yanni 2.0 and Aim to Be Me.
Hello.
I just saw that Yanni 2.0. Cool. So Mikhail Kanaka joining us saying, finally, yes, I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to make this the best experience for the audience as possible. I am going. Yes, I'm going to.
You've gone soft now.
Yeah, why have you gone so soft? Did you touch a button? What button did you touch, Joe? Because you're really soft now.
Yanni, you're not helping.
I'm just.
I like you really soft now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay, there. How's that?
Wait.
Yeah.
What did you do? What did you do there?
It switched over automatically to Epoch to my cell phone microphone. I don't know what the flip is going on, guys.
It's Mac, dude. If you have a Windows PC, you won't have that
Oh,
type of
fuck
thing.
off with
Just saying.
Mac. Fuck you. Fuck off.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with iPhones and iPads. Nothing.
No, I will not have that talk on this channel.
I think it's time that we have it
Staying
called
out of that
Microsoft
one.
versus Apple. It's time. It's time I set you down.
We are going to have that conversation. I think, you know what? Could it be, Yanni, the new gizmo that I got today?
Yeah, but it's not like you're plugging it and unplugging it, though. I can understand when you plug a new device in that, your operating system is going to think, oh, okay, cool, new audio output, so let me switch. But once you've gone and set things back, it actually remembers it. Well, Windows does. It actually remembers it. So I'm not sure what Mac is doing.
And it's pretty laggy. Is it just me?
Yeah, we're fine on the Microsoft side.
Yeah.
We're fine. It's some.
See, Joe.
Actually, what I see is fine. So I'm just saying. And if it is laggy, it's Epoch, not me.
It's also what Apple people are used to, I suppose. But it's fine. Let's not roast Joe. I'm going to fill out every competition there is.
No. So wait. Ronaldo is doing fine on his channel. It's pretty clear. There's no lag. Okay.
I can show you streams where Ronaldo has complained about his Mac that needs to go back after like 6 weeks of use. I will show you the evidence. It's all there. So yeah. Since we're roasting Joe.
I knew someone was going to comment about that.
All right, so very quickly, I don't know. Maybe because of this new gizmo, my computer seems to be doing funny things. I don't know. It's weird, but we'll sort it out, I'm sure. So far, StreamYard handling quite nicely, not taxing on my computer. Yeah, its computer's gone quite. Sorry.
Well done.
I don't want to. I don't want to say the word soft anymore because of you.
Oh God, I need to stop snorting.
All right, so let's see. What are we? So Joe, So Joe. All right. So what are we talking about? Let's see.
It's being roasted again.
What is wrong with you people? Say it hard, Joe. Okay, it's so hard.
Thanks, Chad.
Chad, this is an awesome speaker, and I don't understand why Yanni is getting in on this. He's the one that made this for me. Should be defending it.
Now I can't unsee it. That it's a driving speaker, so it's.
Can I be honest with you? It kind of has like the Flintstone vibe. like how everything was like magnified back in the movie.
Flintstone. I need to screenshot that face. Hold on. I'm screenshotting that face.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get
No,
pissed off.
the Flintstone. Oh, this is brilliant. Brilliant.
Okay, I'll just stop talking.
I was
I
very
love you
proud.
guys.
I was very proud of this mic, by the way. I was very proud. Now I'm like, you know what? Screw you guys. It's sexy. It looks cool. It's attention grabbing. I like
I love it.
Screw you guys. All right, it works perfectly. This is just a grandiose pop filter. I'm happy. All right, so if oh my god.
Look at his eyes.
Hello, guys. My name's Joe. I'm a Flintstone.
Well, at least we're funny. I'm glad that you guys are entertained. Apparently Amy is very loud. There's something I can do about that. So yeah.
I don't know how to change the volume on the mic. I don't know.
No, I will not be using this gig at my mic. I will not be using this mic at my gig. It's not that kind of mic. Even my mind now is breaking. Like everything is so freaking okay. So we actually also came on stream to do this, to test. Okay, so we're testing out Ecamm. Ecamm didn't work. I need to go back to an older version and see if it works again. Look, Ecamm is quite good. If you use Skype and Ecamm, it's not bad. The new interview mode is obviously not working out too well for me. So I need to go back to Ecamm, the older version, see how that goes. It's just nice. It works, or at least it used to work. Hopefully it still does. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make some serious decisions in the future. Other than that, we are also here to show off Amy's new webcam. So let me actually put you in full view.
No, I hate it when you do this.
I don't do this often.
But hi. I get awkward. I got a new web camera. Let me show you guys. I decided to spoil myself with the Hikvision USB camera.
Nice.
I'm like the worst at unboxing things. So this is it. Ta-da! Yeah, that's my web camera. And it's pretty good, actually.
It is pretty good. It is quite clear. You also have your ring light, which is obviously on at the moment.
This bad boy here, let me show you guys. On Ronaldo settings.
There we go.
And then I have my beautiful microphone that I bought for my birthday.
There we go. All
so I'm
kitted
all
out.
kitted out, yeah.
And
I just
ready.
need to get... Oh, and I have a pop filter, which I can't use right now. Hold on. Because my desk is too thick. So, I don't know. But, yeah. I just need something for the back. So then my light can, be at the back of the laptop. And then I'm good to go.
It's already taken care of, dude. She's
Okay.
going to get a little attachment that will connect her webcam to the ring light.
And then is there a 3D print, a 3D kind of episode happening on her channel soon? Because I suspect that's what's going to happen.
No, it's not going to be 3D printed, but sure we can come up with something.
Okay. Chad, why are you being so mean, man? This is like, yo.
Yo.
Yeah, that's a roast.
Yeah, well, Mikhail can also...
Here we go.
Mikhail, do you want to join us? We might as well have you on as well. I mean, why not? If you're keen, I'll send you a link and you can join and have a nice chat with it. Yeah.
Carl hasn't joined StreamYard yet.
He's been on a StreamYard interview, I think, with Herman Roos, so he knows what it's like.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. Hold on.
Is it your laptop again?
No, I'm hearing. I thought I was hearing voices. That's weird
Possibility.
to admit on a live stream. Is Joe sitting on his knees? I am sitting on a chair. What is up with you guys today?
Yeah, the comments are quite
I'm
fun.
supposed to be working. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So let's talk about what happened today. I've been getting so much flack, guys. You guys watched that stream that I did earlier, documenting the what happened in Brackenfell in Cape Town, and I have been getting so much hate in the comments. Because whoa, that needs to go off.
Oh God, it's so hot. Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'll just melt away.
Don't
I'm
worry.
sorry.
My aeroplane
Sorry.
is also off behind me. So
I'm dying, guys.
yes. Okay, let's move on to Amy now, please. Let's try
No,
Amy.
no.
I don't know.
No. Shame. All right. So,
Good one. Good one.
where's Amy's cat? That's a question they're asking.
Well, the 7 of them are hiding somewhere.
7. Okay.
Hectic.
Crazy cat lady.
Are they like named after the dwarfs or something?
Yeah, I'm
Huey,
like,
what's all the dwarfs' names?
Droopy, is it? Or Dupe? Oh, gosh. I
Are
don't
they
actually
named
know.
after the dwarf?
Isn't it the
All right.
dwarfs?
Yeah, 7 lady. Yeah, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. I just have images of them being dressed up in like all the outfits. Yeah,
With little beards.
yeah, little Yanni beards. Okay, so I got a lot of hate today, so I'm gonna address it very quickly because people are accusing me of defending the EFF, which is freaking crazy. I would never, ever defend the EFF, no matter what. But I think people got upset because there's a line in the stream which people have been quoting me in the comments and saying, "Oh, I don't agree with this." But that needs context. And as some of you may know, there was EFF hat from an EFF supporter, and that's what started the first big fight. And I felt that, parents, whoever is against the EFF, whoever is supporting the children, and by all means, the parents had every right to be there. It was great that Brackenfell community showed up in their numbers. I mean, the EFF numbers were terrible. But there was no need for that childish move to grab a hat from an EFFer, even though, yes, EFFer was shouting, but it could have been handled so differently because now there was punching, there was attacking, and guess what the media does with that footage? They just focus on that. It becomes a black and white thing again. And now that is it's everywhere. It's everywhere on social media. At the time when it happened, I called it and I said, that's why I don't approve of it. Because what has happened now is we're not better than the EFF. We're just as bad. And once you've done that, you've lost. We played into their hand. The mainstream media is going to run with this. And and the EFF putting out a statement saying that you see, Brackenfell is racist. They were beating the black people. They beat a black woman, stuff like that. Which again, I don't agree with. There was a guy took a bat and hit an EFFer with it, and I was like, and that EFFer was walking away. They weren't instigating anything. They were walking away. I don't agree with that. And there's a lot of people in the comments saying, yeah, but we got to make a stand. We've got to fight back. Abso-flippin-lutely. But there is a way to do it where we don't look. And when I say we, I mean everybody besides EFF doesn't look bad. And right now, we look bad. Whether you want to admit that or not, we look bad. I am not defending the EFF. They never should have been there in the first place. They are disruptive. They are a party that needs to go, and they need to be held accountable for what they've done. But at the same time, we should have handled it better. We should have.
Didn't they arrest a white guy?
Yes, they did. Apparently, allegedly, he held. This is also another. I don't know what the truth is. He shot. Some people are saying it's a real gun. Some people are saying it's a replica, and he fired shots. Arrested. There's even rumors going around the guy who took the hat was actually a paid instigator in the whole thing. Like he was there. He was paid to start shit, basically. And the reason why I think people are saying that is because he's heavily covered. Like he's got his mask, like he's got a what's it called? Not a mask. Yes. He's got that like literally up to his eyes here. He's wearing black sunglasses and a hat. So he's really trying to hide his identity. And that's why people are saying they're not surprised. And it's the same guy that was hitting a woman with a bat. And now they're after the white boy who also was punching some of the EFF members. And what people don't understand is it pains me to see this because it shouldn't be happening. Again, I agree. Stand your ground, protect the children by all means, but don't be the one that shoots that first shot. Don't be the one that throws that first stone. You mustn't be the one to throw the first stone. If they throw the first stone and we catch it, we can then flip the story around and finally break down the narrative that the mainstream media is trying to push out. It's why Senecal was such a good thing for what happened with the farmers and the EFF. Yes, things got heated there as well, but it was the EFF throwing stones, not the farmers, and they didn't instigate further. Yes, there were radical right there who also shouldn't have been there saying terrible things, but nothing dramatic really happened. It was very quickly taken care of, and the EFF were the ones that really fired the first shot. Now this has been turned around, and exactly, and we've got to be careful.
Mindful.
Yes, Mikhail saying it was a airsoft pistol. I don't know. I can't confirm that.
It sounded very soft, though. My problem is, Joan, I want to go back and listen to that video. I mean, for me, I've been a firearm owner, sport shooter for 5 going on 6 years now. And tell you what, since I'm a firearm owner, my road rage, whatever you want to call it that you have, because in some way, everybody has road rage when a taxi pushes in front of you or some kinds of nonsense happens in traffic, right? A guy jumps a light or something. All of that of mine completely subsided the moment I was allowed to own a firearm, purely because of what it is that we have to go through to legally own a firearm, whether it's for self-defense or whether it's for sport shooting. You kind of like go through the same rigmarole. So that guy that shot knows that if he fired a warning shot, where he was firing it to, whatever. Now, for me, I don't think it was an airsoft pistol, but I'm not going to argue because I couldn't see the gun, whatever. For me, the shots was a lot louder because the airsoft pistol is really, really quiet. It's like a Vimbix, quieter than a Vimbix even. So, yeah, I'm a little worried about that because what goes up must go down. And to me, it looked like the guy was firing up, right? So, I mean, when you fire a warning shot, depending on the situation, I don't even know how warning shots work because there's, to my knowledge, nothing in the firearm rules and whatever that you should be firing a warning shot or something. There's nothing to that because where do you fire it to? Because the firearm rules are pretty clear that when you aim a gun at somebody, when you aim a gun at something, you need to be willing to destroy that target and whatever is behind it. It also tells you to aim it downrange, all kinds of things. So, I mean, where do you aim to if you want to fire a warning shot? Do you aim at the ground? It makes sense to aim at the ground because the bullet will just go into the grass if you're standing on grass or sand or soft sand or something. So that for me was a bit of a problem. I didn't like that at all, because we're sitting with...
Stop supporting the EFF, Yanni.
Well, that's what people probably will take from that, is to say that, yeah, now I'm supporting the EFF. I'm not. I'm saying is, though, it's so hard for us to renew firearm licenses. We see what Bekitele is doing, not wanting to disarm the public. You see the fight that Gideon is fighting, and Baratus and DRSA and everybody else. Now we have people that come and does these things. I have a bit of a problem with that, because that makes it really impossible for us that wants to be law-abiding citizens to own a firearm, to legally own it, and not have to go through thousands of hoops to get it. So I don't know. I just hate things like that. I hate when people take their firearms and show it and demo it, and fingers are on triggers, or they aim firearms at the head, or they, swing it around like that in public. So because all these things causes trouble for us when we want to have firearms. Sorry, I'm ranting.
Funny.
No, it's fine. You can rant. Ranting is welcomed. Amy, anything to say on the matter? Do you think I was supporting the EFF?
No, not at all.
And that's the thing. Like, I agree with Yanni. I don't think that I was shocked. Oh, look, I was shocked to see a lot of things that I felt like maybe we overstepped the line a bit there. But I get it. I get it. I get the anger. Flip, guys. Like, I get it. I also hate them so much. And I was actually, and people don't know this, I was very unprepared for that stream. I mean, if you open up the stream, you'll see I was like, the mic wasn't even ready. I was very unprepared for that stream. And I didn't have the right settings on the mic. I only figured that out later. But because I was actually, like, literally 2 minutes before I went live, or 5 minutes before I went live, I was actually thinking of going to Brackenfell High School and documenting and recording and doing everything from there. But when I was watching, the lady that was reporting said that it's all over and the EFF are leaving. So I decided, okay, cool. I'm going to make a stream, catch the last few moments of it, and then backtrack and try and show everyone what happened to the best of my abilities. And I said during the stream, I said, I will be there. If EFF come back tomorrow, I'm going to be there. And I've decided that I am going. I can't find out for sure if they're going. There's a lot of, like, they released a statement, but it's not 100. Well, are you talking about the letter?
Yeah, they're going to go cause havoc tomorrow.
Yeah, but like they say that, right? But usually there's like a poster that they release and they say Brackenfell High School, 7:30 p.m. or whatever, or a.m. or whatever, there's nothing like that. So, but regardless, I'm going. I will be going. And I don't know what time. I don't know what time I should go. 7:38. I don't want to be sitting there but nothing's happening. But I will be going. And I'll be showing firsthand what's going on. We're saying in the comments, and I'm not going because of this. I'm just making a statement here that some people in the comments of that video were saying that I don't have a backbone and that I'm not for fighting for what is right. And anybody who knows me, who's been watching my channel since its inception, knows that that is not what I am about. I do fight for what is right. And I am going, and I commented and I said I will be going tomorrow, and if you can be there, that'd be great. Obviously the person hasn't commented back, but yes, I will be going, and we'll see what happens.
Well, it'll
Joe,
be interesting to see.
Sorry, Amy.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I can attest to that, Joe. I mean, me and you've had interesting conversations over the last couple of months where sometimes my position is on something is, I don't want to use the word left or right now because it's not left or right. Sometimes I'm a little aggressive in my response, if I can put it that, and even that's going to come out wrong. And then you have a way of saying something, and then it makes me think, and then I'm like, okay, I'm jumping to conclusions, which is what I think sometimes people do when they watch these streams, and then they don't see it from your point of view necessarily because they see it different. And I just think, like, sometimes if people listen to you, they actually might get a different point of view, because that's certainly something that I've learned from you over the last little while. Sometimes we agree on something flat out, but other times you have a way of saying it's like, yeah, but if you think about it this way, then it's like that. And I'm not putting it in the thing of like you were defending the EFF, because even that's going to come out wrong now. But all I'm saying is like the whole day today, you were kind of like saying is look at what's happening here. This is what the media is going to report on. And then half an hour later, that is what the media was showing, right? They were showing clips, head over heels. They were showing clips that doesn't have the 5 minutes, 15 seconds, 30 seconds or whatever before that. And that's the picture that's being created or that's being sent out there, So, and that one video I know that I saw was like 26 or 28 minutes long. Not a lot of people is going to sit and watch the whole video. You actually went and sat and watched the whole video and was giving comment over that video. And I think you probably gave comment over 2 or 3 times. So, yeah, I just think people need to listen, to be honest. I saw the screenshots and the stuff that you were getting, and it wasn't, it was definitely, I don't know.
Unnecessary.
People took something out of context. It's unnecessary, because if you think about it, in what world can you approve of what the EFF is doing? The approach they're taking, the letter that they sent out internally that we will respond in full force, calling people racist and this and that and all kinds of things. It's lost the plot. I'm not even saying they forgot why they were there in the first place. Not that that was a good enough reason, in my opinion, but they, now they're making it, they're latching on everything. Now they're making it that, there's been no non-white teachers at the school since whenever, 1994, whatever, they're completely losing what they even tried to achieve, So I don't know.
I just don't understand why they want to fire the principal. They want the principal fired. Why?
Because
I don't
according
understand the EFF. I just don't.
Well, they just see it as a racist school now, and they believe that the principal is to blame. That's how it is. So yeah, some people are lonely, guys. This is not that kind of channel. Just by the way, the internet has a lot of things, and it's a Google away. But not not
next time I'll be coming in a burqa.
Yes, I agree. You cannot negotiate with terrorists, absolutely, and that's the thing. But you cannot fall into what the terrorists want you to do, and that's exactly what unfortunately happened today. They go to places because of what Julius says, and I'm someone who's listened to Julius's speeches. Yes,
Painful.
I have listened. Yes, and the things he says is borderline. Well, it's definitely crazy, but the way he words things for his followers, things like saying, we push harder, if you shoot us, we shoot you double, that makes them want to go and instigate, like you heard it many times in the videos that I was showing today. EFF is saying, I'm not scared of you, do what you want, shoot me. They want us to, and again, when I say us and we, they want us to react. And we did it in the worst way, I think. Had that EFF member thrown the first stone, then I would have been like, all right, protect the, now is the time when you fight back. Now's the time when you draw that line in the sand. you know, and that also what I just said is going to be taken out of context now, you know.
Civil
But
War.
yeah, oh, you want
Context
civil
matters.
war? Oh, you're aggressive. Oh, look at Joe calling for violence. No, I'm not. I'm saying don't give the mainstream media reason to blur the lines and divide this country even further. If we had shown a little bit more tolerance, and I have to maybe stop generalizing because I'm sure there was a lot of guys there that did show tolerance, and there was, but that one guy, that one individual that didn't show that tolerance is what ruined it for everyone else. And
Is that the
that's
guy that was
actually what I
chasing?
said.
That was chasing the guy when he was trying to run away. There was a guy trying to grab him, pull him
Both
back,
of them.
chasing.
So there was one guy that took a hat, and then he was the same guy that hit the woman with a bat. And then there was a white boy that was also now through the first punch and stuff like that. And that's just not the right way to handle things. I'm sorry, it's just not. It caused yeah, we just don't look good. We just don't look good. And had that man just not grabbed the hat, maybe that EFF member would have thrown the first punch. And yes, fight back, protect yourself. But just like in Cynical, both sides, the farmers and the EFF, were like in each other's faces, like shouting and screaming. There was people, yes, in the middle trying to calm everything down, but that was the things that they were saying in that crowd as well. But no one threw anything. No one threw the first punch or the first stone or anything like that, at least in that moment. And that was a very good sign and show of tolerance. The media couldn't say anything because look what happened. They were chanting at that very moment, kill the boer, kill the farmer. And that's what was shown in that moment. Yes, the media tried to make it look dramatic because there was farmers and EFFers together, but everyone saw the song that was chanted. That was their mistake. And that's what I'm trying to say. Do not give the mainstream media more reason to cause more divide in this country. Just don't do it.
But Joe, just a question around that. There's an image I'm actually looking for that I wanted to bring up quick, and now I don't know what I did with it. Two questions. Maybe I forgot the second one. So, do you think, though, that with the time that's gone by, that the tension, and I hate using that word, which is why I'm only using half of it, that the tensions are becoming tenser and tenser since Senegal and now this as well, that people are getting kind of like more hurtful?
It's only because of what the mainstream media is doing. That's all it is. It's because of the lockdown.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not an activator or it's not increasing to that, but don't you think it's just getting worse and worse? We're getting closer and closer to that tipping point.
Yeah. And
are we going to see more and more of this? Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but are we going to see more of this?
We probably will, unfortunately. As I had a very interesting chat with Storm on his new podcast, which is coming out soon. He'll send me the link and you guys can watch it. And I think I spoke some real truths. And by the way, Mark, I do agree with you. Yes. And I know that. I understand. Parents were angry and trying to protect their kids. I get that. But the EFF know that. They're not. Julius at least knows that. He's trying so hard. He is trying so hard to show the world, look, we have racism here in South Africa. Look, it's the white people. Look, we need to deal with this. Because he doesn't target individuals. He targets...
Yeah. I love that.
He targets groups. It's not individuals, it's groups.
This is the picture that I wanted to bring up, Joe. Like this picture creates the perfect. That's what you're saying, because it completely turns around the tables. What is happening there. So this is media for you.
And that's what I was trying to say on the stream, and that's why, like, moments later, I googled. I was like, "Look, guys, this is what's going to happen. They're going to take this footage. They're not going to explain the full story." I was trying to explain the full story. I was trying to say, okay, so that's what started this whole fight. Wasn't defending, wasn't trying to say it's right or wrong. Well, I gave my opinion on whether it was right or wrong, but what I'm saying is I was just giving the facts. This man took this guy's hat. It started this brawl, and I haven't seen yet the media explaining that part of the brawl. All I've seen
Why would they?
is them. No, but that's the thing. All I've seen is taking them they've taken the real dramatic parts of what happened today and just clipping them and putting them together. Because why? That sells. Like, it's people clicking on their channels. Yeah. They don't care about the truth anymore. They don't care about like what really happened. And yeah, and I just told what really happened. It might upset some people, but if I don't say this stuff, who will? And if I don't say this stuff and I don't give you guys something to think about next time this happens, you know, I'm not saying don't fight and don't protect your kids. That's not all what I'm saying. I'm just saying we gotta be smart when we do it. We have to be mindful when we do it.
Mindful, that's the word.
Thought, Joe, is the mainstream media has a lot of power, actually, because of the story they tell, is the influence that people have. Because, I mean, for a very long time, I thrived in reading the news and seeing what's happening and this and that and whatever. And then it starts creating a picture for you, right? Oh, this is what's right and this is what's wrong and all kinds of things. But certainly in the last little while, when you see this alternative media footage, like the Facebook Live, where people take video and upload it and whatever, and it's from a completely different perspective and it's uncut, it's kind of like when you get the full picture. And that's kind of like when you see, but okay, there's pieces missing here or whatever, or, this happened first. You saw it in Senegal as well. And I think that's probably what I appreciate the most of when non-media individuals, wants to go somewhere like what you want to do tomorrow. Because it's going to create
a different perspective.
Exactly.
And I think that's awesome. Yeah, look, I have to be careful. The EFF say they're going to descend on Brackenfell like they did with the Cynical. It's exactly what they said before Cynical, that they will descend on Cynical, and they came in their busloads. Now, they did threaten that for today, and there was only like 50 people or 50 EFF members. But yeah,
and question them if you do go there tomorrow. Ask them, do you know why you're here? Because Big Daddy Liberty was there, and he asked that one woman, and she had no fucking clue why she was there. I think the white people are racist. I think it's them. No, you don't know what you're doing there.
I think some of them were interviewed on other live streams. I unfortunately couldn't get back the one that was interviewed, but they were saying like, "Oh, it's the school's racist. The school's racist."
I interviewed people from the school, and they said black students, and they said they have never felt victimized or anything. So they're just coming up with stories out of their ass. Sorry.
That guy is becoming quite famous because of that one line he gave to the EFF member. I'm gonna murder you in your.
Wow.
And he's becoming quite the popular activist, or not activist, but just very popular on. And you know what? A lot of people feel that way. And I don't blame him for saying the things he said. And again, I know it's a very versatile, or like it was boiling. The thing is, people just hate seeing the EFF. I know that if I was there, I'd hate seeing them there. I hated seeing them there. And tomorrow, yeah, I am a little bit nervous to go. I don't know what it's going to be like, but at the same time, in the same breath, maybe no one's going to show up.
Let's hope nobody does, because that needs to just settle. Do you reckon?
I think they will. Yeah, I think they will. They love feeding on.
Do you think they have a WhatsApp group or something, Joe, or a Telegram group? And I know it sounds funny now, but I mean, how are these guys communicating and doing it like this? I mean, surely this is organized in some way. Do they have?
They're a huge organization. They have people that just organize this crap. Okay, so let me actually. Yeah, let me actually bring this up. This is 4 hours ago. I'm going to share it on my screen now. Oh boy, what's going on? Okay, there we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. We will share, and then I actually learned now how to do this. So, yay for me.
Well done.
All right, so I will just quickly enlarge this. There we go. That's better. Cool. So this was released 4 hours ago. White racists will be taught humility, vows EFF after violent clash in Brackenfell. And look at the picture.
Yeah.
This is moments before that fight broke out. And what are they showing? They don't show his face. They show
Problem
the
is
white
that poor kid, he is going to cock now because of.
His life is, yeah.
Let's see here. Who also participated Friday, blah, blah, blah. Black people said they were neither informed nor invited to the function, which was organized by parents. While the school has distanced itself from the event, the EFF says it must accept some responsibility because of the teachers' attendance. According to reports from the scene, the violence erupted after an unprovoked attack on an EFF member. Wow.
Yeah, you see, you can't say that.
And there you go, people. What did I say? What did I say? What?
Yeah, you can't say
This
that.
now proves the bias of the mainstream media. Unprovoked attack on an EFF member. People get annoyed because I don't have ad block. I don't understand why. It's like weird. Okay, so here we go. A 30-year-old man was arrested after he fired several shots into the air from within a group of residents confronting protesters outside the high school. He's being charged with attempted murder.
Why attempted?
Confirmed.
Well, okay, I can understand that. Okay. The problem is what goes up must come down, right? So that bullet's going to go a couple of kilometers up in the air, then it's going to have to come down at the speed of light. So that part I agree with. That guy should not have done that. I'm sorry. I'm a firearm owner and I want to preserve my right to own a firearm. Well, it's not even a right for me. It is a privilege. So, I get upset when people cause cock like that.
Well, here you go. I mean, this is the point you're trying to make, right? So that it gets twisted. So gunshots were fired. Police officers were manhandled, apparently, by racist cowards who were hiding their faces and decaying apartheid-era old white men. This was all done in defense of racism. So see. And of course, what are the images? This is exactly what I said they would do.
When we watch old content, Joe, like I'm talking, and I mean, this is not a topic I'm proud to talk about but like pre-apartheid or pre-94 when it was still the apartheid time and whatever. If we rewatch a lot of that old footage, like fights, people at each other, stuff put on fire, stones being thrown, doesn't this remind you of that? It's just a time where we just were fighting and people couldn't get along.
Yep. I agree. They have pushed us, and they must prepare to be pushed back harder.
Do you think it will get better?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Do you think it will get better in South Africa?
Well, Amy, that is a very, very, very good question. And I think as long as the EFF are around, it won't get better. I think as long as the mainstream media keeps pushing this one-sided narrative, it's not going to get better.
They're the third biggest party, the second biggest opposition party. It's a dangerous position to be in. I mean,
okay, see here. I strongly condemn both actions of the EFF members and those parents outside the school who used violence to address their concerns. Violent attacks are simply not acceptable and will in no way benefit our learners. This
But
was
they were.
Western Cape MEC Educational lashed. And yeah, kind of agree with that.
The school's got exams on or something. The one guy
Yes.
said that there's exams at the
They're
school
actually
today.
a final.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I mean, it's like not even you can send the kids home. I mean, it's all around safety and stuff as well. So send the kids home. Then, I mean, were they at risk today? The kids. It's not like the EFF broke school grounds or anybody broke school grounds. The problem is gunshots going in
But
random
they
places.
shouldn't be doing
Obviously,
that.
never a good thing,
They're
but-
children.
No, I agree. But how do you completely, what's the right word? Dissolve it is by just locking down the school for like 2 days. But then if there's nobody there, they'll probably break down the school. I mean, the EFF, we've seen them destroy property. So,
Yep.
So set it on fire, destroy it. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. 4 hours after, or like 4 hours ago. Sorry, that is the latest that is being spoken about. Everything. Let me actually show this as well. Let's look at some of the headlines that are coming up. So you can see, watch fighting breaks out between Brackenfell residents and EFF outside school. Tensions flare between EFF and Brackenfell residents over private Matric party. EFF to demonstrate at okay, well that's an old one, but yeah. Oh no, wait, that's a recent one, 5 hours ago. EFF to demonstrate at Brackenfell High again as row over whites only function grows. So is this 5 hours ago? Does that mean they're coming back? Is this the one where they say they're coming back? No, this is 14 hours ago. Okay, never mind. That's old. Fists fly outside Brackenfell High School as tensions spike between residents and EFF protesters. It says violent clash between EFF residents outside Brackenfell High School is unacceptable. Yep.
rock
This
flies,
is
stun
only-
grenades.
That's all they care about. That's all they care about.
They don't do anything.
So yeah,
good.
you asked. Yeah, I agree with you, A Swart. Absolutely. Like I said, I really do believe that South Africa will not get any better until the EFF is held accountable for the horrible things that they do. No political party should have the ability, or at least no political party should incite violence, and that's what they do. And they're not being held accountable for it.
They're just getting away with it, and they know it.
Here's an interesting thought. Let's see what Cyril has to say about this. Cyril Ramasaurus. Has he said anything?
Of course
Let
not.
me look.
He didn't say anything about what they did at Clicks, what they did at Cynical. I mean, despite the...
The whole thing, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Let me see here. I'm gonna pop it up now. Okay, so don't be hopeful.
I won't hold my breath, okay?
All right, so there we go. Let's see. Last tweet was on a resurgence.
That said something.
Sorry?
I'll eat my shoe.
Okay. You said that on a live stream. 14 hours ago, a resurgence at any scale will not just dramatically reverse our health gains. It will choke the green shoots of economic recovery that have emerged and take us back from spring to winter. This is on I think the this is, I think, on the lockdown. He doesn't say anything. Yeah, it's all about the lockdown and infections and stuff like that. There's nothing else that's not related to the events that are happening. So that's 15 hours ago now. Just switched over to 15 hours. That was the last thing he said.
But it is pinned, so it goes to the top. What else does he say?
Okay.
They also have that thing this week, don't they? They have their something this week where they're going to make more decisions so that he can address the nation later this week.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. He congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
He did a gala dinner 2 days ago. Lucky guy.
So he's no longer in quarantine, self-quarantine.
No, he's not. He's out early. And good behavior. Statement by the chairperson. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. It's a joke. Freaking A. Oh my God. I'm gonna have people clipping that now. Look at what this guy said. All right. So yeah, look, he's not tweeting much. And that's the thing. Don't tell me president's too busy to tweet. If he can tweet this cuck, then he can tweet like, "Oh, we deeply condemn what has happened at Brackenfell High School. Our thoughts and prayers are with the children and their parents," or whatever, right?
I feel like we don't even have a president.
Yeah. When last did he speak to us?
I don't know. Thank you, Cyril Masaurus, for giving a 70 Rand super chat. It's greatly appreciated. Saying, sorry, I'm trying to get hold of Biden. Okay. Well,
he wants to probably congratulate him.
Yes. Cyril is always quiet. Yes. But this, I mean, I'm just saying this because, you know, a real leader, a real person or a president that cares about his people will say something, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you will never stand with violence, and you will speak out about it every time it happens, regardless of who's doing it, regardless of what party is doing it, regardless of race, regardless of where you come from. He's supposed to unite this country, and he doesn't seem to be showing any signs of trying to unite this country.
No, because apparently, remember what he said on lockdown? Our economy is a racist economy.
True story. Yeah. So yeah, woosah.
I'm actually sweating because like my blood boils with this type of stuff.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of, and again, I get the anger. I get why it's becoming such a boiling point and why people reacted the way they did. I get it. I absolutely get it. But I don't know. I just feel we need to be stronger. We need to be better. Playing into their games is not, we've lost the moment we do that.
It's only the EFF that does this, eh? It's only the EFF that goes and does this thing. You don't see the DA or Freedom Front Plus, even the ANC go and do this. Although the ANC did pitch up somewhere the other day.
At Cynical. They pitched up at Cynical. Yeah. I'm actually going to look for this one guy. I'm show it here.
And then the EFF that guy's shirt off and burnt it and threw it to the ground.
Yes.
Because he was wearing a Navy t-shirt.
So let me show this guy. I really like what he had to say. And there looks like to be some more things coming out on YouTube. So let's have a look at this very quickly. Okay, and then so there we go. There we go. Sharing. Boom.
You're getting good at this now.
Yep. All right, so let's have a listen to what this guy says.
My name is Neil de Beer. I'm the current leader of the UIM, which is not a political party. We're a movement of education currently. to make sure that the citizens of this country are informed of their rights and of their constitutional right. I have come here on invitation, not of Brackenfell High School, but of the parents that contacted me last night to say I can come make a turn. I want to say three things to you. One, it is absolutely shocking, sad, and a disgrace that for 2 days now, no member of parliament, no member of a political party or the government has appeared to speak to its people. This is the current state that this country has found itself in, that the elected paid members are absolutely disregarding and disrespecting the citizens that are standing here, should be working, but are defending their children. Number two, there is no way that law citizens will allow the EFF, its leader Julius Malema, Undlozi, to come here and make a statement which is contrary to their oath of office as members of parliament. And number three, I entered a plea on behalf of the UIM on Friday to the Speaker, Thandi Modise, to go and form a judicial inquiry against those members that took an oath of office to protect this constitution. They are in breach. They should be reprimanded and removed from parliament. Hulle is nie fit om daar te staan as leiers nie. I want to make this understood. The people of Brackenfell, as I know them, are not racist. In actual fact, most of them have got the best regard. This is not a racial issue. This is an issue of the rights of children to be in peace. And finally, you tell the people of South Africa, #Gatvol, ons is nou besig om hier te raak. Because every time Julius Malema says something, the world must pay attention. Nou wie het hierdie klein mannetjie 'n gooitjie gemaak? And in what God does he run saying that people should be murdered and burnt and killed? This is unconstitutional, it's hate speech, and that is intolerable from a so-called leader of parliament. I'm saying you, again, Julius, hey, Julius, die tyd draai, ek het jou 4 weke al gevra om met my te kom debatteer. I don't know, maybe you've run out of petrol. But I'm telling you one thing, this nation is tired of a person that's trying to divide this country instead of unifying it. EF, want 4 en 4 in die Here se woord is 16, nie jou 8 nie. And God bless you, Julius. May you move from dark to light soon.
He's upset.
Yeah. And rightfully so.
So that Afrikaans piece that he said there is, he's given him 4 weeks' time to come and debate him. So what you call that. And the previous Afrikaans thing he said was he's not fit for purpose, or he's not fit for purpose. He's not fit for purpose. He's not fit. They are not fit for parliament or something. I can't remember the exact content, but yeah. Now Reese wants to hurt me. You guys saw this in public stream, right? My wife's going to hurt me when the stream's done.
Why?
Joe, I would speak to you tomorrow because she didn't know that it's a live stream.
Oh.
YouTube probably didn't let her know. Sorry, babe.
Yeah. So look, I do agree with a lot of what he said, and I think it needs to be said. More people like that need to speak out. That, they don't want violence, but they are protecting the children. It's great. And that's how it should be. And great that he challenged Malema. Flipping, let's do this.
Yeah.
But the Malema won't.
No, dude, you can see how they turned it. I mean, what happened with that other thing last week or 2 weeks ago, where they had that issue with the was it at somebody's funeral? Was it Winnie Mandela's funeral or something? Where there was that assault on the police officer or whatever. They completely turned that thing around. Despite what you can see on the footage, it's turned around. I mean, Julius is good. I must give him that. He's good. He chooses his words wisely. He plays that game really, really well. I don't know. He's not being outsmarted or something. I don't know. But I don't know how you survive like this, being in shit all the time. Because I wouldn't survive if I have to be from one court case to another court case of how I operate, So, but like you say, I mean, he's thriving on that. So.
He is, really is. There are people that thrive off other people's sadness, and there are people like that out there. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Julius has backing, unfortunately, from elite.
Yeah.
And that's why he can get away with this. He's also got some of the best lawyers that money can buy. And that's a court case when he was in court for shoving a police officer. That was the way they twisted that. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. I just want to have a quick look at this clip. I want to see, because I'm just going to play it.
See for your time. Do you feel that the school has handled the situation correctly?
Look, the school says that they were not aware of this incident. I mean, they were not aware of the event, and they did not sanction the event. It was a private event. So the thing we really need to ask, I think, is why the EFF was there in the first place. The school is in a difficult situation because their learners are now writing exams. They cannot possibly be asked to control what happens at functions organized by learners who happen to attend their school. That is really the point of departure we should be working from.
So that also raises the question, is diversity training truly taking place at schools? And to what level are parents involved in that? Because we can only train our teachers and students so far, but if the message that they're receiving at home is completely different, we have a problem.
We do. We certainly are placing a big emphasis on diversity. But when you talk in general, you need to look at the facts in this particular case also. You know, it wasn't a situation in this case that every single white learner was invited to a function. It was a group of people who I presume were friends, a small group. It was 42 people out of a matric class of 259, I think it was, who had a private event at the end of the year because they could not have a matric farewell function. So, you know, it's not like if every single person who was invited was white and all the black learners were excluded, that's one story. But this was a small group of matriculants. So many of the white learners were also not invited. So I think we need to just bear that in mind also. But we are obviously always concerned about diversity. And it's one of our main, we have a values conversation and a lot of emphasis on values. And diversity certainly is a part of that. But I think we must be careful about assuming that because a small group of matriculants had a function, that was necessarily racist.
We have had complaints of racism from parents at the school outside of this event. One of the parents who spoke to us anonymously outside the school this morning made complaints that the K word was being used by white pupils against pupils of color. We've also heard from the EFF, they rightfully raised the point that no black teachers have ever been employed at the school. I believe 2 colored teachers are in employment at the school. What is the province's, your approach to these complaints?
I just want to point out, see how the media is looking.
I was going to say that. Look at the footage that they're using.
Not just that, but look at how the interview is going. The woman that is being interviewed right now answered that situation very well. She said it was a private thing. It wasn't like it was the whole school. The school shouldn't be blamed for this. It was a private event. Blah 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 blah. You know, and the school's in a difficult situation. And then when the journalists didn't get what they're looking for, they ask it in a different way. Okay, well, what about the school? That because now, you know, private events, they can't hold the school accountable. Okay, well, we need to hold the school accountable. So what about the claim that, you know, not all the teachers are diverse, you know? That's a problem. Clickbaiting, or not clickbaiting, sorry, race baiting. Let's listen.
This is the first I've heard about the K word being used at the school, and it doesn't assist us in having anonymous complaints of that nature. Obviously, it's unacceptable if that's true, but the person needs to come forward and give us the details, and we will certainly address that issue. As far as, teachers are being appointed at the school, that is a difficult issue. We have had a recent incident, you're probably aware of what is black actually. I mean, you're saying colored versus black. I mean, many people regard colored as also black. It's always an issue in our schools, but we also have many schools where we have only black teachers. And obviously we also always want to ensure that we have a number of people who represent people who attend the school, and so that people can identify with them. But at the end of the day, the school is the one that a lot of the teachers, I think, are at that particular school are employed by the governing body, so we don't have any say over that. But I certainly will look into that claim further as well.
What is your view of the way the EFF is reacting to this incident? And are you fearful that there may be more protests both at Brackenfell and at other high schools or schools in the Western Cape where claims of racism have been made?
I'm very concerned about the EFF in general, how they handle issues. They are a populist organization that likes to foment division in our already divided society. And I think that's really the last thing we need. Our matrics are writing exams, but they chose to go and protest at a school, knowing it was going to cause more tensions. And I don't know who started the violence, but it really is unacceptable to try and resolve issues like that and to behave like that. I also don't think that we should be really you can't just assume that it's a racist incident in a situation like this, when it was clear that they should get their facts together also first. And if there are genuine incidents of racism, we are absolutely committed to addressing those issues and dealing with those issues. But I think this is the wrong issue, and it's certainly the wrong way to behave.
In terms of the private security company that was contracted to be outside the school this morning, did the school make provision for those private security personnel? Was that parents who had asked for that support?
Sure, I assume that if it was private, the school would have, but we also were made aware yesterday that there was going to be disruption or certainly a protest at the school, and we certainly did ask the police as well as Metro Police in the city to be on standby and to assist. My understanding is that they were. I'm also still waiting for some more information at the moment, but I had a meeting with some people from the city, and they certainly indicated they had been involved. So we did what we could to bring in the security people as well.
Before I let you go, have you asked the police and the Metro Police to be present at Brackenfell High School tomorrow morning as well?
We certainly have been. I've asked one of my chief directors to do so again, just to make quite sure. But absolutely, we have been in contact with him, and we are asking him specifically to be there.
And very quickly, were there any disruptions to the writing of matric exams?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Thank goodness. And I really ask people again, please, whatever your issues are, come and speak to us about them, but don't cause trouble at school. That's not fair on the learner.
Well, thank you very much for your time and for speaking to us. That was Western Cape.
All right. What do we think?
I think she handled that interview really well.
The journalist or the person being interviewed?
The person being interviewed.
Yeah.
She really held her cool. She gave facts. She didn't blame anyone. She called out bad actions if they were either side.
Yep.
Yeah. Would have done much better than me. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. But you can also see how the media lady was taking different stabs at something, like looking for, I suppose they have a list of questions. They're looking for that avenue to drive that conversation. She was driving it obviously overall, but you could see she wasn't really getting joy too much out of it. Just a question. Yeah, just a question, Joe. Sorry, I see you bringing Chad's question up, but before that one, real quick, if I may. She said that it was a private function. I missed the part. Did she say that the school wasn't aware of the function?
Yeah.
Or the EFF? So, how do you gain access to the school property and use of school property without being aware? Surely somebody should have approved it somewhere. I mean, how does that work? But then again, if it's a private function, I mean, why can't the school rent out their school, what do you call it, the hall or the something for a private event? I mean, if it's all legal, whatever is happening there, if it's like a dance or this or that, why not be able to rent it out? I mean, they can make a bit of bucks out of it in trying times. I mean, so what's wrong with that though? What's the difference in doing it there and me having a bar at my house and inviting my friends?
Well, apparently Gentle Inflatable says it didn't even happen at the school. We need to verify that. But
Okay.
Not saying that you're wrong, Gentle. I don't mean it like that. But yeah, that's a possibility. Maybe it was said here in the interview. But yes, I heard exactly what you heard. And to your point, Yanni, even if it was, I mean, usually there's people who handle, I've I've done shows at school halls and college halls and stuff like that. Usually there's someone who handles the hall. Like you speak to someone, you don't only speak to the principal. There's someone who handles the hall events and stuff like that because they keep tabs on it. And the principal doesn't necessarily need to know unless there's a problem, unless they're trying to do exams. But again, that event person will keep an eye on everything and make sure that everything runs smoothly. That's what they're hired for. At least that's how it is with some of the places I've worked with.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanted to just very quickly, I will let you guys go now. I know that everyone has work tomorrow morning, so I won't keep you guys much longer. The question is the reporting steering the conversation in such a way because they believe their own narrative in that regard, or are they preserving their jobs and are pressured? I think a bit of both, to be honest. Yeah. I think it's definitely a bit of both. I think there are sometimes you can see some of the, especially ENCA, you can see some of the guys or some of the journalists are trying very hard not to go in that direction. And you can see they have to say things a certain way and stuff like that. So it does depend on the journalist, I think. But most of them, yes, they are. Yeah, I mean,
possibly live with myself doing that.
Well, let's look at a very good example, right, of what we're talking about now is what happened during the lockdown when ENCA2 anchors actually called out the president when the president said, oh, we can smoke, cigarettes will be on sale. Then NDZ came out and said, no, they're not going to be on sale because 2,000 people opposed it. And ENC actually called out. And it was very quickly, by the way, that clip was taken down off of ENCA's YouTube channel. It cannot be found. Trust me, I looked. Yeah, so you only see other people that recorded it where they do a monologue where they're calling out the president and saying what's happening. Does this show that Cyril is losing power in the Tully house? How can you say one thing and then say another? The president has been emasculated or whatever it's called. And immediately after that, the anchors were reprimanded and they had to apologize and they were nearly suspended. The rumors were going around that they were suspended, but actually they weren't. And they had to apologize literally the next day. When they opened up their show, they had to say, oh, we're sorry for what we said. We jumped the gun, blah, 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 blah. So, yes, it's a bit of both.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
Exactly.
Surely you should know what you're getting into when you take the job.
Yeah, but also you're the president, man. Man up. Sorry. You are the president, man.
I know, exactly.
Yep. Anyway, let's call it here. I noticed that we're over an hour. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to keep you on for too long. But Amy, well done on getting I can see your boiling shame. Yeah, well done on getting an excellent webcam and getting the lights. You are looking fabulous, and I look forward to seeing some shows on your channel. Yanni, we'll be seeing some more videos from you, I'm sure, and we'll be seeing you on my channel back soon enough. Thank you so much for coming onto my channel and just making sure and checking out Ecamm or seeing if Ecamm works with new settings. Clearly, it doesn't.
Please don't do that, please.
Uninstall.
We'll see. It's very tough to let go of Ecamm, man, because Ecamm has some pretty awesome features that StreamYard doesn't. So I'll see. I'm still experimenting.
I'm going to figure out how we get your lower thirds to work for your comments in OBS. And then I'm going to convert you to OBS. And then it's all free and all awesome.
Fantastic. All right.
Give me some time.
I will. All right. So yes, for those of you who are wondering why Yanni brought up OBS, is because I told him we'll decide which one, Incam or StreamYard, which one is best, and then we will put the winner of that against OBS. So I will be experimenting with OBS in the future and doing a whole chat about it. Chad saying I would rather have Ecamm or than eBeggar. That's the other thing. I can't put my zapper up. You see, there's other things. You see, all that,
Send
all
me your
that stuff.
zapper. I can put it up here quickly, Joe.
It's
You don't feel like zapping.
and just get that ad blocker, Joe. Why is this? Okay, before we go, can we? Why are the ads so
Bothering people? Ads
triggering?
bothering
Yeah,
people?
Why?
I don't know, dude.
At least
I've
it's not the girl
some
that's 3 kilometers away.
cool
That's
stuff
not
using ads, eh?
I don't know.
Um,
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please like. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Please watch that 2.5 hour broadcast of what happened today in Brackenfell. I'm just calling it as it is. And please also tune in tomorrow. I will be streaming what happens tomorrow. Brackenfell, as we just heard in that last interview, they will be having cops there at the school. So maybe something will happen, maybe something won't. We will see, and I will definitely be on the ground talking about what is happening. I don't know what time I should be there, but I'm guessing when the school opens, so around 8 o'clock, you will see me going live. And yeah, depending on how much action there is, I might do it in little bits and parts, or it might be one lengthy stream. We will see. Anyway,
Be safe. Just be safe.
be safe.
And mine.
Amy, yes, Amy, please, for those of you who are, is that mine?
yeah. Guys, chill.
Generous,
Not
why
to
not?
get to it.
But Amy's
I do it like
link
this.
to her channel.
It's like that. Click on it.
Amy's link to her channel is on in the description below, as well as Yanni's. Please go subscribe to them. They'll be having great content out soon. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I will be back here tomorrow evening with Ronaldo House on the channel. He'll be my guest, and we'll be chatting about events that are happening currently in South Africa and having a nice chat as well. Maybe get his view on what happened in Brackenfell. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you when I see you. Stay safe, be kind to one another, and I'll see you at the next one. Good night.